Hey, what's going on? This is Marcos. Today we're taking a look at the DigitalFoto S200. Just full disclaimer, this product was sent to me for review. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off because I'm gonna flip it around and show you what this light does and what's inside. Basically, you know, if I open this up, it comes with, it has this diffusion panel that mixes all the diodes together, because it's made up of 4 different kinds. If you see here, it's RGB, W, red, green, and blue, and white. And to create all the colors in the spectrum, it mixes it all together. This panel, once you close it, oh, give me a second. There it is. Once you close it, it helps diffuse, but also mix the colors together to create an even color. Okay, let's flip it around. If we look at the back side here, you'll see that it's only one power cord. This goes directly into the wall. There's no need for a ballast. You just plug it in, you flip on the switch, and it takes about 2 seconds to turn on, and there it is. You can create these nice effects, you know, color effects. This is how I would like to, I'm planning to use this light. I've actually already been using it for like about 2-3 months now, and most of the time it's for the RGB effect. It has DMX in the bottom, something I don't personally use, but if you're interested, that's really cool. You can power it with V-mounts. You need 2 14 volts in order to turn it on. If you only have one V-mount, it's not gonna power on, so you need both. The next thing that I use, if I turn this off for a second, there's three buttons that controls the light. It also has some quick buttons for bicolor, like 5600, 32 and 44, and also to turn on and off the fan. I would personally leave the fan on just because, you know, it doesn't make much noise and it's better. You don't want this thing to overheat. Let's turn it back on, and I'm gonna show you the buttons. This first one, if we click on it on the right hand side, it has white. White means the bicolor effect. It goes from 2800 to 9990 Kelvin. Yeah, and the next one is color. To get you dial in the specific hue. Group, you can group lights together. Talking about that, you can group this light, and actually the one you see back there, that's also an S200 with the softbox and a grid. If you're gonna buy this light, buy it with softbox and the grid. That way you can control the light spill. You know, as far as I know, there's no barn doors for it. That's okay with me. I always prefer softboxes because it diffuses the light further, but also you can control it. Even if you put the grid on, you can even focus it even more, but you can always take it off and to get it more spill. Now, if you're trying to get a widespread, just take off the softbox completely and use it like you see here. Okay, so group, white color group, channel, so you can put on different channels. It comes with the remote control. I personally like to control the light from here. I don't like to use a remote control. I've seen some inconsistencies when you're controlling it. There's also an app, which again, I don't really like. I prefer to control the light from here. Group and then DMX if you're gonna do that. So first of all, let's click on the white. This is a bicolor. Ooh, you can see it's really bright. I'm gonna turn this all the way to 1%. That way it doesn't blow out. And right now it's set to 3200 Kelvin. We can switch, turn this down to 2800. You see here, 2800. And then if you go the other way, it's 9990. You can see even at 1%, it's pretty bright. Then you see down here, it has these numbers, GN. This is the green and magenta shift. Well, let's go to like a color that I use quite often, which is temperature is like 5600 Kelvin. And then now you can see if we turn this dial, it adds green. It can get pretty intense, as you can see there. And if we go the other way, it adds magenta. This is great for matching up lights if you have a color meter, but it's a little intense. I wish there was more subtle. You can fine tune it, but you know, it's good to have it if you're trying to match up lights. Definitely something that I've gotten into now that I have a color meter. So actually, that's the first thing I want to get into. Let's talk about the color accuracy of this light. I ran some tests, so I want to show you those. So I decided to run some tests using my Sekonic C800 color meter and also compare it to the Aperture Nova to see how it compares. The first test is at 5600 Kelvin, 100% intensity. I got 944 lux at 8 feet away. And the color temperature on the color meter reads 5970 Kelvin, so a little warmer. and the CRI is 89.4. At 4400 Kelvin, it's actually pretty accurate. The color meter is reading 4405. I get 921 lux and the CRI is 89.6. At 3200 Kelvin, I'm getting 850 lux. The temperature, the color meter is reading 3134, pretty accurate. The CRI 88.2. Now moving on to the aperture nova at 100%, 5600 Kelvin, it reads 1830 lux at 8 feet. So that's double the intensity of the S200. The color meter reads 5582 Kelvin. That's pretty accurate. And the CRI is 96.5. Now the nova at 4400 Kelvin, it reads at 1760 lux. The color temperature and the color meter reads 4343. So that's pretty accurate. And the CRI is 95. And at 3200 Kelvin, it reads 1600 lux. The color temperature is 3164, pretty accurate, and the CRI is 94.5. So as you can see, the color accuracy is not the best for the bicolor. I would not use this to light up a phase just because the color rendition is not there. How I like to use it is for the RGB colors. That it's totally cool. You can also use the bicolor for just bringing up the ambience in a room. As long as you're not lighting up the face, you should be fine. So let's go back to the RGB. Actually, here's the intensity, here's the color, and the green and magenta shift. We went over that. And let's go click here, and let's go to the color. Here's where you can really set in the hue, the intensity, and the saturation. I always keep the saturation to 99. It doesn't go to 100. I guess 99 means 100. And the hue, you can, actually, this is the intensity. You see right now it looks this orange. If I turn down the intensity, it'll turn red. And so if you're trying to get the most out of this light or see the full spectrum of the colors, what it can do, try to have it above 20%. That way when we start shifting the hue, you see all the colors in the spectrum there represented. You see much more colors the higher the intensity. You see that? I'm just cycling through. I like the blue, the orange with the blue. It has complementary colors. Moving on to the next one, this button here. This is if you want to quickly pick a color like red, orange, yellow, blue. Actually, I select the green. Cyan, select blue. You see that it's at 1%. And it'll just select, you can just turn up the intensity, keep the saturation 99. That's about it. Nothing else here that really interests me. I'd rather use the hue, the color for me. I like dialing in the hue specifically to the color I want. All right, this next one is the effects. You can see you have lighting, cop car. Let's look at cop car so I can show you. I set it to red and blue because that's what's standard here in the US. It's cop cars have red and blue. I know some countries only have blue. I think you can, let's go back. Cop car, and then you can say RB plus white or just blue. I know some countries are only blue. So you can dial things in and also the intensity of it. Let's go back to some of the other ones. There's like 12 of them. Paparazzi, pulsing. I like auto cycle. That's probably something I would use. You can select one color, two colors, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then the speed. 100% speed is very slow, subtle. It's the opposite. You would think it's go fast. If you go to 1% speed, it cycles through the colors relatively fast. So, this is something I've used on some of my shoots to, just create a cool effect. And obviously you can slow it down or speed it up depending on what you're trying to go for. So that's something I would use. Other ones are probably not something I would use as often. This is the one I've used the most. Okay, so overall, great light for RGB, RGB effects. Now let's talk about the build quality. It's made out of plastic, hard plastic, and I believe this is like aluminum. Let's go back to, hold on, there. Let's just keep it like that for now. The build quality, plastic, hard plastic. I feel good about it. I would try not to drop it because something might break. So, you know, overall, as long as you don't drop it, it's fine. The yolks are strong. You can go 360 with this light. Let me show you. See that? 360. Oh, make sure you close this panel. There it is. So I really like that. You can go 360. The yolks are nice and strong. If you put the softbox on this, obviously it's going to limit the motion. Another complaint I have is the U bracket. So you see there, that's the U bracket. If you're trying to store this light in the box it comes with, you can actually store it. You need to take off the U bracket, otherwise it won't fit and it won't close. So I wish there was a way to quickly release that U bracket so I can fit the light in. Otherwise I need to use an Allen key wrench to take it off and fit it in the bag it comes with. So that's the only complaint there. Actually, one more thing, then it comes with these little knobs that are hard to tighten with your fingers. I wish it was more of a cranking motion. That way you can keep it secure and keep it from shifting on you. So two minor things to think about for future iterations of this light. Overall, I would say this is a great light if you're just trying to get a big, powerful source for RGB effects. Not necessarily for lighting up faces just because of the low CRI. This light is priced at $1,000 US with the softbox. Definitely get it with the softbox if you're gonna get it. That way you can control the light. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just a great light for that specific use, the RGB effect. So if you have any questions or I forgot to mention something, please hit me down below in the comment section. And you know, if you're looking for more videos like this, make sure you give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. As always, I appreciate you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.